Enough is enough. The disrespect toward the Denver Broncos has crossed the line, and every real fan knows it. Every year, Madden drops its new ratings, and every year, somehow, the Broncos get shoved to the bottom like they don't belong in the same league as the so called contenders. This season, fourth worst in the entire NFL, according to EA Sports. Fourth worst. It's laughable and infuriating. Don't brush it off as just a video game. These ratings shape how young fans see the team. Picture a kid in Nebraska with no local team. Who's he going to pick? The flashy squad ranked near the top, or the one buried near the bottom because some desk jockey couldn't be bothered to actually watch the games? It's an insult, plain and simple. And you better believe the players notice. Many of them have said it themselves. The first thing they check is their Madden rating. It matters in the locker room, it sparks debates on the field, and it fuels the fire inside every single player who feels underestimated. Here's the reality the so-called experts ignore. The Broncos had a top 3 defense last year, elite at every level, and they've only gotten stronger. The offensive line, one of the most improved units in football. The biggest question mark was center, and guess what? Luke Wattenberg came out of nowhere and locked it down, finishing as one of the top centers in the league. Meanwhile, teams the Broncos outplayed, yes, outplayed, get shiny ratings and headlines they didn't earn. The Raiders, higher than Denver. The Dolphins, ranked way above, despite Denver's defense being in a different galaxy. And don't even get started on the so-called best team in football who needed a blocked field goal just to escape a loss. The truth, this disrespect is fuel. It's a badge of honor. Let the world sleep on Denver. The storm is coming whether Madden likes it or not. Let's set the record straight. This Broncos defense isn't just good, it's elite. Top 3 in the league, anchored by none other than Pat Surtain II, a Defensive Player of the Year candidate who shuts down half the field every Sunday. On offense, don't overlook the backfield. Denver has the best running back in the AFC West, a punishing workhorse who keeps chains moving and defenses honest. And watch out for J.K. Dobbins, who's already talking rings, not just rivalry games. That's the mindset in this locker room now. This is not a team rebuilding from the ashes. It's a roster stacked with grit, growth, and young stars ready to explode. A rookie quarterback who's turning heads as he steps confidently into year 2. A defense reloaded at every weak spot. Yet somehow they get slapped with a fourth worst label by people who clearly aren't watching real football. And don't forget about that secondary. Certain may be the headliner, but Riley Moss is quietly on track for a breakout year. Sean Payton didn't mince words. He's thrilled with Moss's progress, praising his reads, coverage, and physicality. Go back and watch that sick interception against the Raiders. That's just a glimpse of what's coming. Beyond the defense, Denver has hidden weapons waiting to erupt. Bill Barnwell himself called out Marvin Mims as one of the most dangerous gadget players in the entire league. Once Sean Payton fully unleashed him late last season, Mims delivered jaw-dropping production. From Week 11 onward, he led the NFL with 4.5 yards per route for players running at least 80 routes. That's elite. This team didn't feast on cupcakes either. They battled playoff contenders like the Bengals and made it a fight every time. So for anyone still clinging to outdated rankings and lazy narratives, keep sleeping on Denver. This squad remembers every slight, and they're about to prove every doubter wrong. Sean Payton isn't just tweaking this offense, he's reinventing it from day one. Last year, flashes of brilliance hinted at what's possible when he frees up young weapons like Marvin Mims. Remember that game against Kansas City? Even with some starters still on the field, Denver unleashed creative looks, sliding Mims into the slot, motioning him into the backfield, showing that this offense doesn't have to lean on just Cortland Sutton's routes to move the chains. And who could forget that electric fourth down bomb? With the game on the line, Payton trusted Mims to rise up and snatch hope out of thin air. That moment alone proved this team is far more explosive than any lazy ranking suggests. Here's the truth. Denver is already better than the so-called experts admit. This was one of the youngest squads in the league last season, and they still push for the playoffs. Now stronger, deeper, and with a sharper identity, they're about to turn every skeptic into a believer. Let's talk about the Raiders. Supposedly a defensive juggernaut ranked way above the Broncos in video games and previews. Reality check. They dumped a fortune into Christian Wilkins, but Zach Allen and John Franklin Myers had better seasons when healthy. And what happened to Wilkins? He danced after sacking Bo Nix, hurt himself, and now needs another surgery that might wipe out his season entirely. Take Wilkins away, and suddenly it's just Max Crosby holding that line together. Their linebackers, thinned out. Robert Spillane is gone to New England. Their secondary, missing key pieces. This is not a unit that strikes fear into anyone in the AFC West. Denver's offense sliced them up before, and it's about to get even easier. This year, the Broncos aren't just aiming to compete. They're here to bury tired narratives and stomp through doubters. Buckle up because the storm in Denver is very real. No one wants to see a rival player injured. But make no mistake, facing the Raiders without their top interior force only tilts the odds further in Denver's favor. They gloated when Bo Nix got banged up. They laughed when Riley Moss missed time. Now the tables have turned, and the Broncos are ready to cash in. Meanwhile, Bo Nix isn't wasting a second. While some quarterbacks chase distractions, Denver's rookie is grinding. He's throwing with his receivers, studying film like an obsessed scientist, and living with one mission, to lead this team back to the top. When Sean Payton first met him, the only things in Bo's bag were a football, a roller for recovery, and a playbook. No gimmicks, just the game. Compare that to other young guns like Anthony Richardson. While the Colts quarterback drops rap albums, Nix is out there building timing with his weapons. Same conference, same rookie class, but only one has tunnel vision on Sundays. And look around the AFC. Trouble is brewing for Denver's competition. The Bengals, a playoff rival, still haven't locked in Trey Hendrickson, their defensive cornerstone. Their top draft pick is threatening to skip the whole season and re-enter next year's draft. While other contenders wrestle with contract chaos and distractions, Denver's focus has never been clearer. This entire offseason has delivered win after win for the Broncos. Injuries healing, young stars developing, rivals stumbling. So let the rankings snub this team. Let the talking heads doubt. Broncos country knows what's coming. A team that hits harder, runs faster, and plays with a chip carved from years of disrespect. Let the world talk. Denver will handle the proving. Mile High is about to remind the NFL exactly who they've been underestimating for far too long.